Welcome, everyone. This is Pilot Niels, and you're listening to LOTRO Players News, where we take a look at the latest in LOTRO and here at LOTRO Players. And this week, I am joined by Cinders.
Hello.
Well, you tried at least. ah, let's go and say what's in the news from the game this week. And the big news is we have our patch. We have update 42.3. I was surprised it was labeled 42.3 because I think 42.2 was only last week. So I was expecting a dot down from that. But let's see what was in update 42.3. Of special note, the Yuletide Festival began on Thursday, December 12th. And the Yuletide Festival brings seasonal fun to the Lord of the Rings Online with new rewards for 2024. Special Hobbit gifts are also available throughout Yuletide. You read more out in our guide that are in the link in the release notes that are, you get to link to the release notes through our show notes. And new rewards for the year include a cosmetic outfit of the snowy evening, decorative snowy evening walls, a snowy evening steed, and more. Probably something to do with snowy evenings, I would guess. And the Yuletide Festival runs until 3 a.m. on January 6th, 2025. There you go. And it looks like the steed has very, very big antlers on it.
That is not the current steed. That's an old steed.
Oh, that's an old steed. Oops. Okay. Yeah. All right.
The new steed has kind of, it looks more like it's wearing kind of its own little hoodie jacket thingy that has snowflakes all over it.
Okay.
So it's like a great big old blanket that goes all the way up to its head and all the way down to its tail. But wraps around it. It doesn't just dangle like the ones on the Rohirric steeds.
Okay.
So it's not a mount that I'm interested in getting, but that's partly because it's blue and not Shire Plum. So.
Okay. Yes, you can find a screenshot of it in Fibro Jedi's guide. I guess that's expected. He always has some nice new stuff in there.
Yes, and he was intentional about getting it updated first thing, so.
All right. So you can see, of course, Fibro Jedi has updated his usual guide showing all the wonders of the Yuletide Festival. I only see one. I see it in the composite, but I was trying to see if there was one of the steed just by itself, but if he hasn't had time for doing that yet. Of course, there's so much in there, probably just not seeing it. Anyway, yes, I see what you mean about it being blue, though.
It's blue, and it looks kind of like a. I think it looks kind of like a hoodie for horses.
A hoodie for horses. A horse hoodie. All right.
Yep.
Very well. And it looks like that the cosmetics for the two-legged people are also all of the same similar blue style to them.
Yes, but they usually can be dyed nicely. I didn't play around with the dyes on them this time yet.
Okay. So you can't tell whether or not it can make you look like the Sugar Plum Fairy.
I cannot tell that yet.
Okay.
But by the end of the day tomorrow, I should know.
Okay. Then let's go and see what else is in this update. First off, account-based reputation boost for Legacy of Morgoth factions will now function properly for all types of VIP. I should have checked that when I was in game today to see how that was working. For now, you will still need to log into your qualifying high reputation character before favorite standing activities on the alt characters in the world. So yeah, I can't remember if I've logged into my lore master assistant patch. Since if I have anyone that's qualified on granting it to other people, it would be my lore master. All right. Dozens of fixes have been made to the elf and high elf armor models to correct clipping and other issues. Okay, they're still tweaking the elf updates, it looks like. Toned down the healing from Bounty Hunters Guild potions as they were significantly stronger than intended. The buff and healing potions from the Bounty Hunters Guild no longer share cooldowns with each other. Added a new set of level 60 essences with a minimum level of 56 that are available through the Moria Bounty Hunters Guild. Magma in Urastar can now be traveled via the stable collection panel. The Anakrefu mission stable master now has the new mission destinations that were added as part of the Legacy of Morgoth expansion pack. All right, that's good. So I heard that there is that while they were able to add that in now, you're probably going to have to go there in order to discover it for that stable master or something like that. I wasn't quite sure exactly what they're saying there. But since Anakrefu is in all the old stable masters still most likely, and it's also in the far ranging ones, it's probably not going to be too difficult to get there in any case. Milestones have been added to Shoneth and Vartulin, and that was just in the nick of time, wasn't it? Cinders?
I'm here. Hang on. Sorry. I was looking at Fyro Jedi's Guide to the Yule Fest. Just in the nick of time. What happened just in the nick of time?
Oh, the addition of the stable masters that Shonith and Vartulin.
The milestones. Yes.
Yeah, the milestones. Yes.
Yes. Just in the nick of time.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was sidetracked.
Yes, because you'll learn why we're talking about that a little bit later. All right. Then fix an issue that could cause some UI elements, including vertical quick slot bars, to become incorrectly scaled. For the French and German clients, fix some sizing issues of various buttons on the different collections panels pages. For German, the term for miner has been consolidated into Burgar Better and Burgar Bettirin. I know, yes, that's nowhere near the proper German pronunciation. I'm pretty sure on that. It was been consolidated to that. What, were they using different terms for miner all over the place or something?
Maybe.
Yeah. All right. Task force for the Adrahid, the Ikerbani, and the Fetikari are now marked on the map. Okay, that's good. Nudmelek was overlooked in the listing of regions where Moria spawns should occur rather than raids, and has been added to the list. Oopsie daisy. So I think I heard rumors of some raids appearing in one or two spots in Moria because they left them off the list. In PvMP, Fogashud will now correctly display the barter entry for Ancient Boons, the Defiler trait. Warring Horse Lord's cosmetics, shoulder, chest, and legs should now equipped to the proper slot and display correctly. Well, that's good to hear. Brawler Battle Dancers and uncompromising set gear has been corrected. The pieces can now once again be equipped by a brawler, and the stats on the Battle Dancers items can be increased to be comparable to that of other classes. I'm sure the brawlers are very happy about that, at least the ones in the level 50 range. Various pieces of Bjorning Stonehide, Iron Tooth, and Stoneclaw set armor were accidentally granting agility as a primary stat. These have been corrected to granted might as the primary stat. fixed an issue with Mugbahora fight in Tulzakana, wherein sometimes the crocodiles and several enemies were not resetting properly upon defeat.
Oops.
Okay. In Mugbahora fight in all right. Fixed an issue in Mugbahora spider fight in Tulzakana, wherein players could end up in separate areas when retreating. That is oops. Fix an issue with Imhulari spider shades in the Mukbahora fight in Tulzakana, not rendering properly. Fix an issue where some Imhular missions porting players out of their mission instance erroneously.
Uh-oh.
I don't recall that happening.
I
The
haven't
comparison,
tried them, but that would be a big oopsie if you were like halfway
yeah,
through and it just ported you out.
yeah. The comparison of the Treasured Well Spring has its correct appearance once again. And the grand relic of Ikerban and large sea pod can now really be used while mounted.
Nice. Haven't
Of course,
experienced that
I'm
either because I can't open them yet.
yes, yeah, you don't quite have the rep yet for that. Now there are two known issues. Some characters exhibit clipping of their legs to the sides of the mount when using the milestone Rohan emote. This will be corrected in a future game of it. Now, of course, this implies that something that's not inside of the release notes for some reason is that yes, they did add in the animation for the milestone Rohan emotes, so therefore it has been activated. It's minimum level lowered, and Cinders and I were trying it out last night and today.
Yep.
So is it pretty much what you expected?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, well, what do you expect out of a Rohan emote for milestoning?
Well, so um I was curious to see how it was gonna look because um the other ones like the whimsical one is that swirly tree. Um and so I was like, well, what are they gonna do for Rohan? Because like their big thing is riding horses. So I really thought it was cool that you actually like it summons you a mount and then you blow a horn and away you go. Um so
All right. And the Anarchafu mission stable master will not automatically discover the mission destinations that were added as part of the Legacy Morgoth expansion pack. Other mission stable masters will automatically discover those destinations, at which point the Anarchafu will have access to them. This issue be resolved in update 43, which I will presume is coming up in January. I'm not sure if it's January or February because that's update 43 is supposed to be the quality of life update. But I have a feeling it's also going to have the raid in it.
ooh.
And that is it for the patch notes for update 42.3. So it is a small update, and I will presume that's the last update of the year because unless they have something that they need to absolutely fix next
If
week, I mean,
if something breaks between now and December 31st.
we hope nothing. I mean, yeah, we hope that nothing really bad happens between now and then. Because I think the couple of tweaks they have in here probably can wait. But of course, I'm sure someone has something in the forums that they're talking about that they wish would also be fixed. We'll see
Yeah.
if they can fix. We'll see if there are anything. But I suspect that 42.3 was our last update for the year. And that is it for the update. So let's see what's on sale this week. Vendors?
The Patron's Coffer of the Rohirrim is back just for a little bit longer. You have about 4 more days to get it. You can read more about the limited time offer in the LOTRO store on LOTRO.com. It is only available through December 18th. December deals continue with special sales every week. Now through December 19th, you can get 75% off junk item and war spoils carry-alls, 50% off essence and tracery carry-alls, 25% off crafting carry-alls, and you can make your piece of Middle Earth shine and get 30% off of housing decorations, select housing sets, housing writs, select cloaks through December 19th as well. And last but not least, the weekly coupon is for free dye of gold with coupon code Gold Ring. No spaces, also through December 19th. And no, gold and yellow are not the same in LOTRO. Hashtag don't wear yellow. In case Terry listens, I just want to be clear.
Oh, okay. Yes, all right, fine. You're waiting for the weekly coupon to be 5x Shire Plum dice.
Yeah, I don't think that will happen, but I would definitely use it if that was the case.
Right. I'm sure you would.
I don't know that they've done any of the festival dies on here, so I should see if it's one of the festival dies this festival. If it is.
All right. Very well. Anyway, Dorlin did note that they did see us do the Rohirrim ports last night, so gave a good review on how they looked. So that is it for our store sale. So let's see about a little thing about reminiscing about this week is going to be done a little bit differently than we usually do it because we're going to actually ask for opinions for people to think about over the next week. Right, Cinders?
Yes. So with Christmas coming and it being full swing Yule Festival in LOTRO, we are wanting to know if Santa existed in LOTRO and you could make a wish list for the game, what would be on your Yuletide wish list? We're asking that you send it to us either via email or as a response to the show. If you watch it on YouTube or wherever you choose to respond, let us know, and then we'll share not just ours, but any that we get next week.
All right. So we'll see about that. And that is, what would you like on your wish list for the game from Father Christmas or Santa or whatever you call him?
Yep. And I am already making my list, and I will definitely check it twice before I decide to share it next week.
Okay.
And it's not just Shire Plum all the way down the line. So.
Oh, okay. So there'll be something not Shire Plum on that list.
Yes.
Okay. Then let's go to our weekend gaming then. What were you up to when you weren't compiling a list of things you want for Christmas? Yule.
Well, so I got to try Cascadia online with Pine Leaf. So after playing it by myself, I was really enjoying it. I was like, I just want to try out the multiplayer. So it has turn mechanics that are kind of like Civ 6. And you draw from the same pool of stuff, but you're building your own little ecosystems. And so that was a lot of fun to do with Pine Leaf. I had a lot of fun. I can't speak for him, but I'm hoping he had a lot of fun. He at least laughed a few times. He won a couple games. I won a couple games. The nice thing is it doesn't take forever to play. I think we did 4 games in about an hour and a half. All the way through.
Something like that.
Definitely would recommend it. And I'm currently trying to talk my sister into getting it as well. You can play with up to 4 people online. You can also play against the computers. So, but Pine Leaf and I just played against each other. And then Vengeance was ours last night in Friday Night Fights with the folks from Mythgard. We beat the Tombs of Nirgambar instance. So we had tried it 2 weeks ago and failed miserably. We couldn't make it past the second boss. I mean, we'd just been pounding our head against it, multiple group wipes. I will say healers make a huge difference in survivability, but we actually made it all the way through the instance, and we didn't have any wipes until we got to the final boss. And that was really funny. So, note to the wise when you do this instance, if you're used to running into the boss rooms and off to the corners, do not do that. On the third boss in the Tombs of Nirgambar, I almost did it because I was following two people as we kind of stepped in and went over, and they both went off the edge. You have a very, very narrow, well, it's not super narrow, but you can Rivendell that thing super easy if you're not paying attention. And it is insta-death when you go off the little pathway, and the pathway does disappear. So you have to go all the way in off of it. But we survived, and it was fun. And at that point, I think we were kind of done. We're like, yay, we did it. Okay, time to be done. Ending on a high note there.
Right.
And then off and on throughout this week, I've quested a little bit with Pine Leaf in the Ikerban Valley. Kudzagan, I think, is where we were at. We've kind of been following the story of Rafuz, and we got to see that kind of wrap up today, and that was nice. He's not nearly as whiny and incompetent as you would initially think from the way that he sends you out to do stuff all the time and out to do stuff all the time. And they're easy things, and he even sends you to pick flowers for the girl he likes, right? But at the end, he actually turns out to be a pretty decent guy who's really supportive of her and her independence, and he really appreciates her headstrong and opinionated nature. And so I thought that was really nice. Pine Leaf was laughing because I'd been like, "Oh, Rafuz, you're driving me crazy, man." And turns out he's actually pretty good. Pine Leaf, how was your week?
Oh, first of all, we are not done with him yet.
Oh, we're not. Okay.
We'll run into him again.
I say it seemed like we were done. We were done with at least that part of his story.
Yeah, we're done with that part of the story, but
without being, this might be spoilery. So, if you don't want the spoilers, just kind of plug your ears for a second. He did actually convince her to give him a chance. So that felt like a pretty good culmination of that area.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Yeah. All right. Then we will then go into my week. And on my lore master, I was questing Rohan and quested in the Intwade. So I finished up questing in the Intwade and wrapping things up there. So I think next week I'll be heading over into. Oh, that's right. They sent me the Middle Mead. Yeah, so I guess I'm be questing in Middle Mead for next week. And then for the field trip, the merry crew headed into the Intwash Vale. And finally, in DDO, I ran the latest adventure pack that we had. This is one where we were to help some were-rats. And yeah, that's yeah, we helped some were-rats in that one for nice, interesting adventures. It was set in Wayloon Prison, which is a place that I'm notorious for not liking. So I say, what a Wayloon Quest series that I actually like. What a shock. But anyway, I thought it was a nice little series that we had in there in working with the rats and all of that. So it's a little bit of change in pace on that matter, even though there are one or two spots in there I say, what are they trying to do to us? But then I started to get the hang of it after eventually. And that's it for my week in gaming. If you would like to send us an email, such as to tell us what you would like to ask Father Yule for for Yuletide festivities in LOTRO, you can send that to podcast at LOTROplayers.com. The Players Alliance has two shows. On Saturdays at 8:30 p.m. US Eastern Time, we have LOTRO Players News and re-record DDO Players News when Drac is available. You guys choose our shows at LOTROplayers.com/live. And that's all for night. And this is Pine Leaf Needles reminding you to skirmish responsibly.